Are we live? Okay. Let's see here. So, okay, this is Fishbro's WoW guide for Deathbringer Sarfang. We're gonna review this, and yeah, this ought to be interesting. So I might have to tune him down a little bit because he is quite loud in his video compared to the last reaction video we did with the live stream. So let's go ahead and watch this, and oh boy.
Hey, what's up guys? New Wrath of the Lich King video here for you. This one is an updated guide on Deathbringer Sarfang tactics. You might think you know this fight, but do you really know this fight? Can you do this fight with like 3k gear score?
What are you talking about? 3k gear score. First of all, gear score is terrible. And if one person has it, yeah, plenty of people can carry you. I'm not sure. You're probably not going to have the DPS if you're in 3k, because you probably won't have the hit rating, etc., etc. Real quick here, I don't know what in the hell is going on here with this UI, but it is absolutely horrifically bad. Why do you have pets pulled out all the way over here? These are your raid frames, really? So how do you... Where's your... I hope he has some kind of mouse over, but this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. So now if you're... I don't know, I assume your mouse is here. I don't know where your mouse is at, but yeah, that's terrible. Because these are easily clicked through, and you can move them on accident. Yeah, not ideal. Don't know what all this extra garbage is, or yeah, why does your DPS window have to be so freaking huge? There's so much going on here. Ridiculous. This ought to be good.
You do this fight naked at level 80.
No, you cannot.
That's the real question. This guide...
That is the real question, if you can do this fight naked at level 80? No, the real question is tactics. Spread out. Don't kill beasts unless you're ranged. Don't touch them. Don't use AoE when beasts come out. Don't use cleaves. Other than that, you can, you can if you know you're not going to pull aggro, but...
is going to help you progress this fight. Do it on heroic, and do this fight as easy as possible without the 30% buff. Now here I am using the 30% buff in this.
He's going to teach you how to do it without using the 30% buff, but he's in the video using 30% buff. Okay. All right. How about you actually show you not using the 30 buff? I mean, wow.
In this video, as it's provided, but this guide is just to showcase the tactics, and this was the only footage that I can convey from guild raids and whatnot. So
this is the only guild footage you could get. So you're saying that you don't do zero buff. Got it.
Unfortunately, I couldn't show you the fight on Lordaeron with buffed bosses, increased health pulls, reduced enrage time, and whatnot.
Who cares about buffed health? And who cares about... The health gains are not going to make... The health gains are no different. We've actually tracked this when we've done this, and we've shown that the fights that have the biggest health increases are going to extend the fight by maybe an extra 20 seconds at most, and those are the big ones. Other bosses have a slight HP gain, where it's like 2 million more HP, and you can burn through that pretty fast, less than 10 seconds. If you have a guild that they know what they're doing. So yeah, I don't know why can't he show us that? I have no idea.
Because this is the only footage I had available, but this footage will showcase what I'm trying to explain. So
okay, why do you have numbers going off here and numbers going here? How do you tell where your character is exactly at? I'm confused. This is what I hate about these goofy add-ons. These guys will sit here and put all this extra bull crap on the screen that you don't need to see. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Why? Numbers make you look cool? I don't understand. It's one thing if you're a streamer and people are interested in what you're doing. Fine, put them off to the side. Put them off somewhere where they're not going to be directly over top your character. That is probably the most annoying place for them to be. I do not understand that at all. And why did he pot? You want to pot when you get in kind of like, well, I guess what you would call phase 2. If you're gonna pot then. Don't pot. Or did he pre-pot? He might have pre-potted. I don't know. I'm gonna assume he pre-potted. Wait. Does he have? Oh yeah, he did. Okay, he did. He did pre-pot. But really, why are you potting on 30 buff at all? There's no need to pre-pot on 30 buff, man. Especially as a tank on this fight. There's really no need at all, ever.
This video is entirely about making the fight even easier for your raid. First change to the fight is instead of having your two tanks taunt swap constantly, your paladin off tank will taunt the boss only when the Rune of Blood is 1 second away from being placed on the main tank. This will give the paladin aggro, placing the debuff on the paladin off tank, and the DK main tank will taunt it back.
I don't see how that's really making it easier. Now, if you had a tank that was way far under geared, maybe. But assuming that the tanks have equal gear, this fight is not hard where you need to do that at all. Like, there's no reason to try to simplify this, because it's already an easy, very easy fight.
This will give more stability for the healers to heal a single tank target the entire fight.
Yes and no. As a healer, as long as the raid leader has the tanks right next to each other on grid, it's not really going to make a big difference at all. And it'll allow the other tank to... What it also does is, what he's not saying here, is allows the tanks to rotate their cooldowns as well. So if you have, let's say, a Blood DK, he can blow all of his big cooldowns. He could soak more damage. The other tank taunts, he can blow his cooldowns, save damage. And then by that time, a lot of the DKs will be coming off cooldown. He can then, again, taunt and use his cooldowns. So that's not really helping anybody, because a tank with, let's say you burn a cooldown and now you're on CD for, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. I mean, the fight's going to be over if you're burning it early, where you can burn it more, causing actual less damage. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense whatsoever what he's saying here. I don't get it.
That helps healers quite a lot. Second change to the fight is that the paladin off tank will have the 30-second stun on his Hammer of Justice, which is crucial for stunning the Blood Beast, especially on 10-man heroic.
Yes and no. Sometimes you want them stunned, other times you don't. And anyways, your boomkin should be handling that. You want them you want to be able to get those beasts out of the melee range, so that certain classes that do have cleave abilities in their normal rotation can do them without fear of pulling a Blood Beast onto them. So while stunning them can be good, it is also kind of gimping your DPS depending on what you're taking as well. I mean, they should be able to be nuked down pretty easily. Hunters can frost trap and slow them. If you have an Ellie in there, you can be rooted. Boomkins can typhoon them, root them as well if necessary. So I don't see the need for the stun. Maybe if they start attacking melee, I would save it for that. I'm not going to burn it right off the rip and accidentally maybe have a cleave. You're not going to know if you have aggro on that target until the stun's over, and then by then it might be too late, and now you got a Blood Beast munching on a melee, which is not good.
And the Valkyries on Lich King, as both fights have a 30-second spawn timer on the ads. This is achieved by having talent points and improved Hammer of Justice in Judgment of the Just. You will stun the beast consistently, allowing melee to nuke the Blood Beast down immediately. This is insanely good for 10-man progression, as this takes away one of the two Blood Beasts from the range to kill. On 25-man heroic, it's not as insanely overpowered, but it still reduces the Blood Beast count down from...
No, the Blood Beast just munched on one of the melee right there. There was no stun that came out. He's sitting here talking about this stun, and then nothing got stunned there. As you guys could see, if I rewind it just a hair here, you'll see that these do not get stunned instantly like he was talking about.
25-man heroic, it's not as insanely overpowered, but it still reduces...
So they're moving, they're slowed, but they're not stunned.
Third change.
So, yeah, he sits there and talks about this tactic, but it doesn't get used at all. And he is the paladin, is he not? So what is he talking about here? I'm definitely confused on what he is talking about, considering it's not making any sense, because what he's saying is not what is happening. I mean, you could say one thing and do another, but at the end of the day, if you're just full of shit, you're full of shit. Let me go ahead and I forgot to pop out the chat here. Actually, I wanted to add that into this as well. Why is he even making a guide for this? I don't know why he's making a guide for this. I really do not understand that at all. Your guess is as good as mine as to why he's making this guide, because it's DBS, man. It's a really easy boss. It's like making a guide for Gunship. I guess if you're a very, very brand new player, but you kind of just do the whole gist of ICC, why would you focus in on DBS? DBS is not a hard fight. Never was in retail either. Yeah, I don't understand this at all.
The fighters that melee can focus on any blood beast that the off-tank has aggro on. If the paladin off-tank is gearing properly and stacking armor, then that means that his blocks should negate nearly all of the blood beast damage. If the paladin off-tank is given tricks of the trade and misdirect during the spawn of the blood beast, he should be using Seal of Command.
So you want the rogues to stop DPS, waste a global, and you want the hunter to also waste a global. Okay. And you know misdirects. Now I don't remember the cooldown on misdirect and tricks, but I doubt it's going to be up every time beasts come up. Yeah. And I'm not going to take that risk.
All of blood beasts and be able to hold aggro on them. These tactics give the ability to have the blood beast tanked with little to no repercussion by abusing a heavily armored block paladin off tank. This also relieves pressure on range DPS by allowing melee DPS to kill.
What range DPS pressure is he talking about? They have no pressure. The only thing they have to do is just target blood beasts. Fucking Starfall, Typhoon. It's not hard. You should have plenty of range to nuke these things whatsoever. And let your melee is the better DPS anyways, outside of probably mages. They're able to pull better DPS and do what they do. I don't understand what the point of the tactic is behind this. Again, it's DBS. It's not hard.
Kill the blood beast as well. They don't have to move around and mitigates most of the possible blood power Sarfang can gain without making the blood beast a ranged DPS only problem. Why should you do this? Because many ranged classes perform poorly versus blood beasts.
What are you talking about? Many ranged classes perform poorly against blood beasts. What are you talking about? I just named off again, Boomkin, Typhoon, Treants. They can root. They have plenty of abilities. Starfall to deal with them. And if you're glyph for Starfall, which you should be able to Starfall every other set of beasts. You have hunters who have frost traps. You have Ellie shamans who have root ability. And frost shock. You have mages who can slow them down. They can frost nova. They can blink out of the way. What ranged are you talking about? That you can concussive shot them. You could do anything you want to them pretty much. You can wing clip them, hell, if they got close enough hunters. Like, what ranged class? Warlocks can teleport, slow. I mean, they can fear them. Shadow Priest, the same thing. They can slow them. They can fear them. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The only class that has like a no... You can disengage as a hunter too. Oh my god, there's so many things you can do. Cheetah form. What are you talking about, man? I kind of want to rewind that. Yeah, I might as well stream inside a sanatorium for the mentally unfit. Shadow... Okay, so Shadow Priest can do it too. Can they shackle them? Because they're undead, right? They can shackle them. They can slow them down. I know there's other... doesn't Mind Flay have a slow to it? Something else has a slow to it, I think. Hang on, let me actually bring in chat into this. Window capture. Yep, let's bring in... There we go. Let's bring in chat to this. Because this is... Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, there we go. Is it over top of my head? Okay, there we go. Why even give react to Fishbro? You might as well stream inside a sanatorium for the mentally unfit. Well, the guy needs put in his place with his bullshit. Because, unfortunately, people still believe this stuff, so...
Why should you do this? Because many ranged classes perform poorly versus blood beasts.
Yeah, many ranged classes perform poorly versus blood beasts. No, that's called a lack of brains in how to play the class, Fishbro.
Warlock, Shadow Priest, dot classes, etc. Getting the hang of these tactics as a paladin off tank.
What are you talking about? Dot classes.
Tanks, but is easily manageable when watching for the Rune of Blood debuff in the top right of your screen on yourself, making sure.
The top right of your screen, the Rune of Blood debuff. No, most of us use grid, and it shows it to us who has it in the raid. We don't have to look up here instead of moving our eyes here. We can just look at grid real quick, see who's got what debuff. Bang, we're back right here. You have to go up here and hunt for it. Look at all the shit that's around here. Like, how do you even see Pat? Again, his UI is just utterly terrible. It's bad. He should make a video of Lady Death Whisper instead of DBS. I believe he has one, actually. If we go here, Lady Death Whisper, progression of Lady Death Whisper. Ooh, interesting.
to taunt the moment it drops down to 1 second or 0 seconds. The lowest amount of time being attacked with the debuff applied to you is the most optimal. Other helpful tactics for this fight will include using indestructible potions on every single player, having them available for usage after.
Why would indestructible potions? Okay.
Pre-potting is optimal, so you can get max DPS.
Pre-potting is definitely optimal because unless you're doing a 0 buff tryhard, where you're trying to set a certain record or something, yeah, nobody's. Why is he even pre-potting a 10-man heroic 30 buff? I have no idea.
The start of the fight during Bloodlust, but using the potion afterwards to mitigate damage for the mark, especially for low armored classes. The 3500 armor for 2 minutes will mitigate a ton of damage if you get Mark of the Fallen. Damage mitigation abilities such as Mage.
Why would an armor pot reduce magic damage? Okay, just want to ask that question. Why you think that's going to mitigate anything? Why would an armor pot mitigate that?
Armor will help a lot, especially if you're the mark target. Hand of Sacrifice, Disc, Priest, Shields, damage reduction of any.
Basically, heal the mark target is what he's trying to say here. I think just heal it. It's not hard.
Kind also helps whenever dealing with a mark target. Self-healing armor increases, as previously stated, mage armor, but warlock armor or any other buff that makes a mark target able to mitigate more physical damage helps a lot. DKs can death strike. Paladins can use flash of light. Art of.
What are you talking about, dude? What are you seriously talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. Now, okay, now I don't quite remember. Hang on, Mark of the Fallen Champion. Let me go look this up real quick because I can't. Now I don't want to make myself look like a fool. I'm pretty sure it's magic. Mark of the Fallen Champion. Pretty sure it's not physical. Oh, inflicting 5,700 to 6,300 additional physical damage. So it is physical. Melee attack splash to the target. Okay, inflicting. Okay, so it is physical damage. So he is correct on that. You would gain reduction in armor, but regardless, you can. This is not a problem. See, he's talking about this from a DPS standpoint, and not really a. So it's kind of like a cleave. Hell, I don't remember what the spell does because this boss is irrelevant. There's like certain bosses that I'll remember what the spells do. Other bosses, who cares? Like Lich King, I'll remember what that does. Halion, sure. I remember what those are. But the rest of them, who cares? If they're physical or not physical, who cares? There's so many things that healers can do here as well, and he's just ignoring the healing part of this. If you want to do this boss properly, you're going to assign certain healers to the marks. So usually the Paladin has the first mark, and then depending on what's going on, there's different options there. You can have the Paladin pick up the first 2 marks, so he'll beacon the second one and just heal the first one, and then basically your Resto Shaman or whatever other healer you assign will take up the tank healing duties, and the Paladin will just cover the first 2 marks, and then probably your Resto Shaman will cover the 3rd mark. So since he is covering the 3rd mark, the Restoration Druid's usually 4th. He'll cover the 4th mark, depending on how many healers you roll, what your setup is, etc., etc. But yeah, this whole thing is just ridiculous. Like, you don't need to mitigate damage for the mark. I'm surprised he hasn't talked about it's Blood Nova. I want to see if he talks about Blood Nova, because that's kind of an important thing for, Deathbringer Saurfang not to get runic power, and a lot of people stack up for that when they should be spread out. And this little range check thing here. There should be nobody in it, minus melee.
War procs on anyone, and Sacred Shield on the mark target to help mitigate damage. Any damage mitigation is helpful for this fight. If you can make sure that the Paladin off tank is constantly taking the Blood Beast and tanking them the entire time, then it is most optimal.
It's not most optimal. Not in a million years is it most optimal. Again, he doesn't know what he's talking about. You tank swap. You want to talk about optimal, you tank swap so that each tank can burn a lot of DK abilities, as far as tanking abilities, are on a 1 minute or less cooldown. Okay? So when you take the mark, and paladins have cooldowns that they can use, and trinkets, blah blah blah, that they're gonna proc. Well, guess what? When I taunt it back, now I've got all my cooldowns back as the DK. That's more damage mitigation. Now the paladin doesn't have to worry that he's out of cooldowns because I've got cooldowns, and now I've got the boss. So if you want to talk about optimal, one tanking this is not optimal at all.
I'd also like to point out that I would much rather prefer the tanks be in front of the boss. In this direction of the camera, they should be facing the door, and the DPS should be facing outwards. So
Why?
the DPS can watch for the blood beasts and stun them.
Why would they? Okay. Why would they have to watch for the blood beasts? This is a thing that you have right here. It says next call of blood beast, 5.5 seconds. So that just tells me that you do not read your own DBM. Why does it matter where they could see them spawning? All they have to do is watch DBM and wait for them to spawn. What are you talking about? What's the point of having DBM if you're just waiting on... You're not even going to look at it to see when they're coming. That is the most dumbest... Oh my god.
With like warrior charge, stuns, intercepts, and whatnot, and the tanks also have a better field of vision, so they can taunt the blood beast off of them. And then the paladin off tank will also have an easier time getting aggro on the blood beast if he's tanking it like that. So that's Sarfing. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the...
Okay, so I'm assuming there's more in this video, but he's about to end it. So what he's not talking about is blood boil. I don't remember him speaking about blood boil anywhere in here. So blood boil, what you're going to do is spread out. And the reason why you spread out is the closer you are, the more runic power he's going to gain to somebody. So if you have blood boil on you, what is the actual spell called? It has the icon for blood boil, but there's a different... I can't remember the name of the spell. Blood Nova. Isn't that what it is? It's Blood Nova, Deathbringer Sarfang. Hang on. DBS Blood Nova. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, Blood Nova. Blood explodes outward from a random enemy, inflicting 9,500 to 10,500 physical damage to nearby enemies. So you want to stay spread for this, okay? It's another way for him to gain runic power. This is a huge issue on Warmane. I don't see people spread out. You have a huge platform here on Deathbringer Sarfang to use, and people do not adhere to the range check on that for whatever reason. I don't know. Healers should be stacked, and he fails to talk about positioning in this fight. He wants to talk about camera angles. What about raid positioning, that you should be spread out for the Blood Nova? Not to mention your healers should be in the middle so they can reach both the left and the right side. No mention of that whatsoever. That's the optimal way to do this boss.
Next one. Thank you for watching, and I hope these help.
It didn't help at all.
Okay, so I decided to extend the video a little bit
here we
longer
go.
to include a 25-man heroic kill of Deathbringer Sarfang, in which I was creating these tactics. So these tactics were not as refined.
He's creating these? Wow. This is all. So nobody knew DBS before you, Fishbro. Again, look at the numbers. Why do you need this and this going off? Why wouldn't you move this to the side? Why do you have to show the top 13 DPS? And, by the way, you're 13th. Why is... Wait a minute, the fight just started. Hang on.
Video, and so you can still see how it is implemented and how I would expect the tactics to be done. So...
is he tanking this? Oh, he's tanking this. This is very poor quality. I thought he was the DK, because I thought it says Fishbro, but he is playing Paladin, and it looks like he might be tanking. Yes, he's tanking. So, wow, this DPS is horrible for 30 man, or for 30 man. Yeah, 30 man. For 30 buff, this is horrendously bad. This is 30 buff, correct? Pretty sure, yeah.
As we're going, we're DPSing. I'm trying to taunt. Once the Rune of Blood pops off, okay, I have aggro, I have Rune of Blood, he taunts off of me, and now I'm just sitting here DPSing. The problem with having the tanks face out...
Look at all the freaking numbers! Does your dick grow with every number that pops off on your screen? I'm curious. I just gotta know, why do people do this shit? I like to have more clutter and more shit on my screen so I can't see where the fuck I'm at. You can bop it still. I couldn't remember. I remember that being a thing, but I don't know if that was something that was broken on War Main.
The angle is very bad for the tanks, and the tanks cannot get aggro on all the blood beasts. So yeah.
People pug this on 25-man heroic first weeks of classic launch. Of course they did, because it's the first 4 bosses are a joke. They're an absolute joke. Even Lady Death Whisperer, who is probably the only boss that's not a wing boss that is actually somewhat hard. But really, the only hard part about it is dodging spirits. As long as you dodge spirits, it's easy. It's really easy.
Yeah, it could be a little bit problematic.
How do you even see?
So as you can see, I taunt that blood beast off. I try to taunt this one. I can't get aggro on that, unfortunately. Okay, that one. Boom. I'm spamming my taunts.
Wait.
But it could be a little bit of a problem.
DBS is about to bring out beasts. Deathbringer Sarfang currently has 20 runic power. Now, if you want to talk about optimize, watch how much runic power DBS gains.
But it's fine. So as you can see, I taunt that blood beast off. I try to taunt this one. I can't get aggro on that, unfortunately. Okay, that one. Boom.
By the end, okay, within like 5 seconds, he went from 20 runic power to 60. When he could have just stayed at 20, had your ranged picked up the blood beasts, and your melee stopped cleaving, your guys stopped dropping AoE, etc., etc. That is pointless. It is stupid. You're purposely putting another mark out and stressing your healers for no reason. That is called stupidity.
Spamming my taunts. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Wait, I can't see that. Okay, 2.
Wait, I can't see that. No shit. No shit, you can't see it. Because there's so much shit on your screen. How the fuck do you even know where you're at?
1. And the Rune of Blood. I taunt. Boom. I get the Rune of Blood back.
Look at all these numbers, man.
So I get the Rune of Blood back. He taunts off of me immediately. So I just taunt for like half a second where I have aggro. And he taunts back. That was a perfect taunt, right?
That was a perfect taunt, guys. Perfect taunt. It really helps the raid out when my tank can't reset his CDs. But I have all my CDs just sitting here and I won't use them.
There. And now I should have my taunts.
So Deathbringer Sarfang's not even at half. I get this is 30 buff, okay? So this is way easier than what it would be on 0 buff. I know that for a fact. I mean, clearly. But the first mark's about to go out, and he's not even at 50%. Like, that is... None of what he's saying is optimized at all. Why is the raid leader spamming shit? Oh, my God. How do you see? Where is your character even at? Dude, I can't even tell. Look at all this shit. Like, how do you see anything?
Here, so I taunt again. Boom. I think I failed. Yeah, I failed to do the taunt there.
No shit.
So I'm just getting aggro on the blood beasts. I'm trying to hold aggro on them.
Now, the first mark just went out.
Right here because I'm still.
You failed as a tank. No shit.
I'm trying to implement, but
now DBS is at 24 runic power, and mark went out way sooner than what it should. Look, even in retail, we were getting our first mark right before Phase 2. If you played it perfectly, you should get the first mark right before Phase 2. They're nowhere near Phase 2, and they've already got a mark out. Now, the 30% covers for this stupidity. Because if there was no 30% here, guaranteed, with the amount of skill that is in this group so far, they would die.
I still was hanging on to the blood beasts. You see how the blood beasts were super easy for the range DPS and the melee to handle most of the.
You just said earlier, Fishbro, that range DPS have an issue handling them, and now you're saying, look how easy it was for them to handle them. Which is it? They should be able to nuke them anyways.
That's a good thing for the raid. I have
no, it's
Seal
not.
of Corruption as well, because I was experimenting between Seal of Corruption and Command. Command is a superior one.
No shit. Just go read a guide, dude.
To gain aggro on the blood beasts. So blood beasts are coming out in a few seconds. I should be taunting like right now. Okay, I taunt. Boom, he taunts back. Easy peasy. Taunted. Boom, I have aggro on 2 blood beasts. This blood beast over here I'm trying to aggro on. I taunt that one. Ooh, got 3 of them.
So a second mark just went out. and they are just getting ready to push phase 2. You should be getting the first mark out. They have an extra mark out for no reason, all because they want to taunt the Blood Beasts. This is an optimized thing. I'm going to tell a QE, and I'm going to tell everybody in every guild that I raid with, and invaders and everybody, hey guys, we've been doing this DBS thing wrong for years. Man, you should see this guide. We've been fucking it up.
So all the Blood Beasts easily handled. I need to taunt now. Okay, or I need to taunt in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Okay, taunting now. Boom. I taunted late, so I messed up my taunt there. It's
So you've messed up twice now. That's good to know.
fine. So unfortunate there. My tactics weren't so clean and crisp on this one.
Your tactics haven't been clean or crisp. Nothing about this is clean or crisp. Look at all this extra bullshit. What's clean about any of this? Why do you need to see the top 13 DPS? What is that, extending your EP? Clearly there's only 2 of you who know how to play either of their classes and barely play them at all. Everyone below the DK and the mage needs to be fucking just quit the game. You're barely pulling 11k on a 30 buff. Heroic? Stop it. What an embarrassment.
But it doesn't matter because now he'll be able to taunt, and I'll have my taunt available for the Blood Beast, so it doesn't hurt as badly. Our raid is not using the cooldowns most efficiently, so
they're not using their cooldowns most efficiently. No shit. What gave you that impression? That everyone below the 6 damage dealer is doing 11k DPS, or the fact that your top DPS is even breaking 20k on 30 buff.
using Hand of Protection on the marked targets, using Hand of Sacrifice on marked targets and stuff. So Sarfing is getting a lot of runic power, and Mark...
No shit, he's getting a lot of runic power, because you're letting Blood Beast just munch on everybody in melee range.
However, it's still a progressive group. The raid is full of a lot of new players.
No. You don't get to use it as an excuse. When you were talking about earlier this being an optimized run, you don't all of a sudden be like, oh, this is a progressing guild and blah, 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 blah. Don't start giving excuses now. You were talking about how optimized it was. Don't start backtracking, motherfucker.
Players that aren't completely experienced. I mean, a lot of these guys are actually my guildies. They're pretty good players.
Wait. He just said they were inexperienced. Then he said a lot of them are his guildies and they know what they're doing. And they're experienced. So which is it? In one breath he gives you an excuse as to what the hell, why it's so bad. And then 2 seconds later he's telling you they're pretty good. But they suck, but they're pretty good.
But things can be chaotic. We weren't spread properly. We weren't stacked properly.
Okay, he still has not talked about Blood Nova and why you need to be spread properly. Like, he gives a guide, but like the only 2 things that DBS does is Blood Nova and Mark of the Fallen Champion. He's only explained one of those things. He has yet to explain Blood Nova.
A lot of things can go wrong in the raid, but the whole point of like
giving excuses again,
to make sure that no matter like how low geared your group is, you could still get the job done. So here you go.
How low geared the group is, you can get the job done. Okay, this was taken 5 months ago, so if I check these guys now, they've probably got better gear. But I'd be curious as to... I can barely make out their names because he must not be streaming this in HD or recording this in HD.
Oh, taunt. Boom.
Okay, the scratching of the neck beard in the background, it just makes my skin crawl too. Maybe don't scratch your beard right next to the mic.
He has aggro. I'm taunting the Blood Beast. All the beasts are in melee range right now. None of the range are dying. Melee.
The range aren't going to die. Just slow them and pew pew them. How hard is that? Like, wow.
They're taking aggro on these. Pretty sure I have aggro on the majority of these. I taunt the Blood Beast, and now we finish off Sarfing. So you see how easy it is with these tactics?
No, I don't see how easy it is. I see how stupid you have made it and how hard you have made a regularly easily boss even harder. Thank you. You made a boss that should have been very easy even harder with your stupid tactics. It just goes to show how easy 30% buff is. That even these morons can come up with a new tactic that is actually worse and still be able to kill the boss. That's why 30 buff is a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Right here is a shining example. Thank you, Fishbro.
Like the whole idea is you could do this with low
yes, I'm leveling
players,
my
geared players,
Disc Priest right now,
gear, like,
and I have my mage
part,
up to 80 now.
The job done. So yeah, look at that, juicy DBW, juicy primos. We earned
juicy, yes, juicy, as in your guild can use them to do more stupid things with. I just love the block of bullshit up here. Like literally, you can't. That's all gone. You might as well consider all this gone. All this. So basically, you're viewing this part. And then when you are viewing it, it's just numbers fucking flying every which way right here. For no fucking reason.
Really good loot off of this fight. And it's all because of these tactics. So
it's all because of these tactics, guys. Fuck all the other people who've been doing this on zero buff and their stupid tactics. It'd make it so much easier if you... It'd be so much easier if you let the tank just eat the blood beast and gain more runic power and have an extra mark go out. It's so much easier, guys.
Blood beasts do. The blood beasts generate runic power off of damage that they get done. If you're fully armed and you have like 50k armor and you're blocking for like 9k, the damage the blood beast will hit you for is like 5k, and you block it all. You don't.
Or you just stop cleaving for a second and you're going to take no damage because the ranged are going to kill them all. How about that? How about you gain 0 runic power? God forbid that be a fucking thing, right?
Don't take any damage, so all the blood power is just gone completely. So, as previously stated,
the 10k warrior, probably.
If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.
Wow. I am stupider now for that. All my characters at least 5.8k, but I have it for old raids if you're going to do... I'm probably going to do an Ani tonight, for sure. I definitely want to do that. I will be raiding a little bit tonight. Oh, and guess who posted a new video, by the way?
Hi, everyone. Gnev here.
Oh, go figure. Oh, Jesus. Hey, everyone. Gnev here. Let's see. I just want to skip through this. Is there a girl finally in this picture? Oh, God. Is she real?
It's just so much better than anything I did before. Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, who don't know my story, I'm gonna start from the beginning.
Oh, God. Listen, put your man tits away. We don't have time for that. Nobody wants to see you topless. And now you're wearing a... Oh, my God. I don't have time for this shit. I'm assuming that was not a girlfriend. I'm assuming that's just some random chick. Okay, wait. Now I have to go find out if it's a girlfriend or not.
I was on my way to being a normal human being. But after...
Goddamn rooster just going the fuck off out here. Alright, I can't watch this. A year without World of Warcraft. Oh, God. Oh, God. I mean, I'm glad he's happier. I'm glad he's doing well. I'm glad he's enjoying his time away from the game. Alright, I shouldn't say anything bad about that. This is inspiring. Yeah, well. Jesus, man. Well, when you're a half-eaten idiot... Oh, my God. Progress as a diving instructor. Oh, Lord. Well, whatever. I just find that funny. He posted a new video today. That is fucking hilarious. And there's... Oh, my God. Okay, back to Fishbro, because we asked about the progression of Lady Death Whisper. Let's live stream progression of Lady Death Whisper, and we're in Ruby Sanctum. I am so confused. Oh, the chat box got bigger. Wow. Apparently he couldn't see the fucking huge ass one he had a little while ago. Oh, this was 5 months ago. Okay. So he got it. This is like twice the size of the normal chat box. Okay, so clearly he's blind. Got it. Funky's Freak Show? Maybe I should. It really is a freak show. I'm so glad he's gone. It's one less person I got to deal with. Anywho. Oh Lord, this ought to be good. So it's just him breathing and texting so far in this video.
I got messaged by some chick that says she's...
Okay, that's a lie. Let's stop right there. Fishbro. No chick has messaged you. I'm sorry. No. 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 You want to know how I know it's a no. This is how I know it's a no. But nobody's messaging or texting you with the 10-year-old beard, mustache, 80s porn star stash with the bug eyes and the long greasy hair. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. No chick is texting you. Anyways, back to the video. Oh, that was DBS. Hang on.
A professional graphic designer and animator, so would I like to see some of her previous work? I'm just like, sure.
No, Fishbro. Those get messaged to all sorts of streamers. I get them at least once a week. Somebody wants to DM me in my Discord about that. And they send you pictures because they're not trying to catfish you either. They're trying to get you to pay for something that you're never going to get. So it's not a chick messaging you, Fishbro, you moron. It's just some scammer. They've done it. I've had it happen to me 1,000,001 times. Literally every week there's one in my Discord. Speaking of that, I'm getting text messages. But those can wait. So let's go ahead.
I don't know what that's about, but...
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
She's horny.
I doubt that. Show her your picture.
Got that GM Riz, y'all morons.
What?
It was
No.
Oh, so fun fact.
Jesus
the school
Christ.
in my town is going to shit. It is starting to become overrun with furries.
Okay. What does this have to do with Lady Death Whisperer?
Send
Are we going to...
I need a gifty.
bolts along the room. If it lands anywhere, move. Those are the
So this is
few
30 buff.
tanks can
Again.
Watch out for those as well and move along the room.
Same group of people from... This is... Oops, sorry. I accidentally... Same group of people who he said were really good.
Jukes.
Spirits are out.
Spirits are
So
out.
I
Watch
ran
it.
right into
Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. Watch out for the spirits. Everybody needs to watch out for spirits. CC the mind control. CC the mind control. Spirits.
Nobody's
spirits,
CCing.
Spirits are still spawning. Spirits are still spawning.
No, they stopped spawning. They just spawned again. They just endlessly spawn. Okay, I can't do this. I will literally shoot myself if I have to sit there and watch all that. What are some other stupid things in here we can look at? Heroic Professor. Oh God, yes. I need to see this.
Welcome to another
Okay, this is only a 4-5 minute video. Let's just finish this.
Fishbro video.
This ought to be good.
Heroic Professor Putricide on 10-man. This video will feature the boss, Discord voice comms, and our tactics used to kill the boss. Please note this is live commentary from the boss fight from our guild Hopeless Apathy, and whilst aware I was recording, none of these players were concerned for video footage, having their primary concern being clearing the content. This is just...
Who cares? Why do you need
Maybe
to
your
preface your
normal
comments by
viewers
saying
that
this?
you will experience. So
Okay, that's
make
30
sure
seconds
to
of my life I'll never get back.
take note of all the tactics, enjoy the content, and I'll see you at the end of the video.
Wait.
What do you mean, wait? You just hit yes already, check.
I don't have man.
Okay, come on. But he's not...
Sweet.
This is not a guide. How is this a guide? Because he's not talking about what's... Okay, so this is not a guide. This is just him tanking it. Why would that be a guide? Does he explain it like at the end or something? I doubt it. Destroying ICC 25 heroic all bosses on farm. Fishbro absolutely destroys ICC 7 months ago. Listen, we've been destroying this for a long time. All Wrath of the Lich King guides in one Discord. Okay, when you go to Fishbro's Discord, and I have a picture of it, it is quite something. Because all his guides and all the guides he has in there are quite trash. Boost guildies in less than 5 minutes. No, that's not going to happen. Boosting with style. Anything else in here I want to really review? Mythic Classic Dungeon. Oh my god, it finally dropped. Your balls? Is this a video of his balls dropping?
Alright, what's up, boys? We back again. We're gonna be speedrunning Halls of Lightning until...
Well, there's nothing speedy about running Halls of Lightning. Honestly.
I get this trinket, and we're doing it with my boys.
My boys, what trinket? Who cares? It's a 5-man dungeon. Oh god. Blood Tank Guide. Blood DK class guide. Wrong. Unholy DK class guide. Wrong. I already know this because me and Nemo already destroyed both these. Oh god. Anyways, that's all I got. I'm gonna stop and I will restart and I will set the stream as raiding or something and I'll log into the game and we'll do some raiding.